Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryan. Today I thought, since I spoke about SMR in my other video, that I'd take the assumption that you're getting ready for your workout and that you're going to be doing you've already done your SMR, so you're going to be heading for doing your stretching. So, first I want to talk about the fact there are 3 different types of stretching that I've learned about. Number 1 is static stretching. That's probably the stretching most of us are accustomed to. The second is active isolated stretching, which is similar to static stretching, but I'll explain the differences in a minute. And the third is dynamic stretching. That's, if you've ever watched any sort of athletic event, seeing athletes get prepared for whatever they're doing, you've probably seen them doing that. So, first, static stretching. Static stretching, you basically take a muscle, stretch it, and hold for about 30 seconds. So, like a quadriceps stretch, and then you'd hold this, stretching your quad for 30 seconds. The only thing with static stretching, they have done research that states that if you do static stretching immediately before an athletic event or anything where you're really working hard, you're more likely to end up injuring yourself. The reason behind this is you're kind of overstretching the muscle prior to the event. Static stretching is more for people who themselves have been static for a good portion of their life, mostly sitting down, not really doing a lot, and they need to stretch the muscles out. They can't do like active stretching because their muscles aren't in tune, or dynamic stretching because their muscles aren't tuned to do that yet. Their muscles are still very tight and need to be stretched out more. So this is a good place to start for doing your stretching, getting your flexibility, getting your stability, all that. The only other time you should do static stretches is after a workout. So, for instance, you do your SMR, you do some active isolated or dynamic stretching, you do your workout, you get done, you do your SMR again, and then you do your static stretches. This is to get your muscles back to the length that they were before the workout, because as you do your workout, your muscles tend to tighten, shorten up, so you need to get them back to the original length. So that's what the static stretching is used for there. Now, active isolated stretching, very similar to static stretching, but in this case you're doing repetitions. So, for instance, you take a stretch like this, where you'd normally hold for 30 seconds. You don't hold for 30 seconds. You go 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, etc. So basically what you're doing, you're holding the stretch for 1 or 2 seconds, and you're doing it for 5 to 10 repetitions 2 separate times. So you get done with a set and then start over. Take a break and then start over. So, that's getting your muscles stretched, but you're not over lengthening them before a hard workout or before an event. So those are a little better for more advanced athletes. Again, static stretching is where you need to start out if you're someone who's just starting. And finally, dynamic stretches are stretches that you do, you'll see like runners doing them before a race. They're the ones where, it's kind of hard right here, but you're doing like that sort of thing. Or you're doing your shoulder rolls. These are all dynamic stretches. What those do they're getting you ready for the motions that you're doing. You're keeping your muscles moving while stretching them. You're not just isolating the muscle and stretching it, lengthening it. You're actually getting it more warmed up as opposed to just stretching it. You're kind of doing both. And you're also working more than one muscle. For instance, I was just doing the shoulder rolls. Another thing you can do is these. And when you do these, you're getting a lot more stretching in a lot more muscles, because you can bring out your arms, stretch your biceps, your triceps, bring your shoulders back further, stretch your upper back. So they're very beneficial for getting ready for athletic events and stuff like that. But again, when you get done, you do your static stretches to get the muscles back to where they should be, back where they started out before the workout, before the event. So I'll just give you an example too. You can use household items around the house for getting stretches. For instance, you can do this and get a decent stretch, but you can also put your foot here and you get an even better calf stretch doing that, because this doesn't have any give. So you're just pushing in instead of grabbing with your hand and pulling. And then the same too with doing this sort of stretch, to stretch your chest, your upper arm, your upper shoulder. So those are just a few things. I'm going to go through more specific stretch routines at another time. I just wanted to do a general stretching video giving you an idea of the different kinds of stretches and what they're used for, when to use them, stuff like that. So I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed this video or learned something, please like and subscribe. If you can think of anything that I may have left out, please leave a comment below. And I'll see you next time. Until then, we're in it for the long run. Peace and love.